everyone. Are we on Facebook Live tonight? Can you all see me on Facebook Live? If you are there, can you please send me a chat to let me know? Oh, I got a thumbs up. We are live on Facebook. Thank you all so very much. You know, the last time I tried to do this, I fumbled. Hey, Athens, thank you so much. Yes, so the last time I tried to come on here, I was having a little technical difficulty, but I figured it out and I'm here. Hey, Don. Hey, Nicole. Thank y'all so much for being here tonight. So, welcome on in. This is one of those broadcasts where you definitely want to share with all of your friends. Go ahead. I'm going to give you some time to um, send an invite to your friends and tell them to come on in here because we are talking. Hi, Kim. We're talking tonight about generating 7 streams of income. Hi, Rhonda. How you doing out there? Okay. So tonight we're talking about bringing in these 7 streams of income, and we're not talking about getting 7 jobs, okay? We're not going to work you over like crazy, but we're actually going to give you some really good, solid financial tools that are really going to make your money work for you. So we're going to be training our money how to reproduce itself and work out for us. And so we're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to have a little girls' night, talking and chatting it up about generating income. And don't worry, guys, we got you too. It's just going to be a couple of girls up here tonight talking all about this stuff. So I'm going to give you all just a few more moments to welcome some people in, and we'll listen to a couple of listen to some music real quick while we wait on some more people to join us. So, oh, you probably can't hear that. No worries. We won't worry about the music tonight. All right. So, we're going to give everybody a few more moments to join in on this important live about generating some streams of income. So, looks like a couple more people are joining us. So, greetings, everyone. My name is Renika Hamilton, as you see on the screen here, and I am so excited for you all to be joining me live tonight to talk about this amazing topic. So, we all know somebody, or maybe you are that somebody that sometimes right now, especially with the inflation and everything going on, you might feel like you're living paycheck to paycheck and you're a little bit afraid to spend some money because you're at full capacity with your spending right now. And it seems like the more money that comes in, the more money is going out. And that could be because there's studies that show that most people spend over 100% of the money that they bring in, and that really puts you in jeopardy for how you're wanting to spend your money, and for now and for your future. So think about this: if something was to happen today and you needed access to funds right away, how does your money feel? Is it really tight to you right now? Would you have to go and dig into your savings to get, some money out to figure that out? If you have savings and you can afford to take that money out and it won't impact your future, you are in great shape. Congratulations. We are so excited for you. But if you feel really tight about going into your savings and pulling out funds and it's going to impact your future, that is not a good that's a good indication you need to bring in some more income. If you have to skip bill payments, if you have to dig into your bill money, or go into your retirement account to help you with what's going on with funds or some kind of emergency that you're having to deal with, this is a very good show for you tonight, because you definitely need to learn how to bring in some additional streams of income, because you definitely want to be able to live now, but you also want to be able to cover yourself in your future. I know whenever you retire, don't you want to be able to have money to live on for to support like how you're living and all that stuff? So I know several people who have retired, and I hear that they are working another job. They had to get another job after they retired. And it wasn't because they just wanted to keep working. That's not it. They had to go and get another job because they just didn't have the funds to help them with today's living. And I don't know about you, but when I retire, I want to be retired for real. I don't want to go to work no more. I want the money that I'm saving up today to sustain me for my lifestyle whenever I retire. And that's what we want tonight for you. We want to help you have that financial freedom and the financial health to save the money that you need and protect your money so that whenever emergency situations pop up, what do you do? Like, how can you access those funds that don't put you in jeopardy for your living today and then put you in jeopardy for living in your future? So, what do I know about this? Well, I'm glad you asked. So, I've been in the finance industry, working in financial industry for over 10 years now. And with my acquired knowledge, I have learned so much about the importance of saving up for your retirement and creating forms or streams of income that a lot of people don't think about when it comes to these streams of money. And so I get to hear from a lot of financial advisors and financial experts, and I interact with them all the time. And we hear them say so many times that you need to create 7 streams of income so that you can protect yourself and really diversify your income to reduce financial risk. That's what this is all about. And I want you to think about that for a moment. People are currently cutting back on spending money on basic necessities today because the price of gas has gone up, the price of food, basic necessities, everything has gone up. And what happens at your job right now? So, a lot of jobs will give you a raise every year, but does that raise really help you with our current inflation? Most people get a raise of about 2 to 3% per year, and inflation has gone up way above that. So your primary income is not even reflecting what's going on in our current market environment. So how do you keep up with your funds and being able to spend like you need to, buy your basic necessities and have a little fun and enjoy your life and not feel like you're so tight with your money? I know that people start feeling like, you have to go into your savings. Like I said earlier, you don't want to do that. You got to figure out how to generate those streams of income. So when you think about your stream of income, I want you to think about it like this: it's a way to eliminate your debt and free up any outgoing income so that you can increase your equity. What exactly is equity, Renika? I'm glad you asked. Equity is the value that you would receive if you liquidated your assets after subtracting your debts associated with that asset. So basically, you have debts and you have assets. When you have equity, that means you have a lot of assets over here that may not be paper or cash, tangible cash at hand, but they are available for you to change that into cash. So you can sell that asset and it will change that into cash. So some examples of what an asset is are like a share, like stocks, bonds, real estate, businesses, anything that you can sell and turn into tangible cash. And sometimes people forget that. Like I was talking to one of my best friends a couple days earlier in preparation for this meeting, and I was like, I was asking her, well, how many streams of income do you currently have? And she said, well, I think I got like 4. She has 3 jobs, and then she has a market account with Edward Jones, where they take the money and they invest it for her. So she's putting money away to save with them, and then they are investing in her stock market and helping her money to grow. So whenever she needs it, she has some things she wants to do with that money. She's going to be able to go in, take it out, sell the stocks, and cash it out. That's great. I had to remind her that another asset is her house. You have equity in your house. You can sell your house. Like you have, once you own that particular asset, it helps you be able to have those funds and have access to those things. So, we want to talk to you tonight about what those ideas are, including things like investing in the stock market, starting an online business, investing in real estate, creating e-courses or ebooks, becoming a coach or a consultant, getting you a side hustle, setting up insurance programs. You're gonna learn so much about how insurance can be a stream of income, especially around like the annuity products. Not sure if you're familiar with that, but it's like a way that you can start additional retirement funds, pay now and get your money out later. Is such a great program. So these are just a few ideas to help you get started on generating streams of income. And I'm so excited tonight to expand on a few more of these tools and these ideas with our special guest tonight, Miss Chanina Stanback. Chanina is a financial coach with Primerica, and they specialize in insurance. She helps people assess their current financial goals and provides real solutions to help you increase your financial health and stability. We have lined up an extremely wonderful interview style conversation tonight. So we invite you to feel free to use the chat and ask us questions. We're going to try to get to as many of the questions as possible, but in case you are not able to get your question through and we're not able to get to you tonight, I want you to remember Shanina's name, Chanina Stanback. When she comes on in just a moment, her name will be displayed on the screen. So remember that name. Contact her on Facebook. Message her. She's also on Instagram, and we will have that scrolling at the on the screen as well, so you can get in touch with her on Instagram. So, without further ado, please help me welcome the fabulous and wonderful Chanina Stanback. Hi, Chanina.
Hi, Renika.
How are you tonight?
I am doing well. Thank you very much for asking. Can you?
Awesome. We are so excited. We can hear you so good. And I'm just so excited to have you here tonight to talk to us about this very important subject. And can you just tell the people a little bit more about who you are and what makes you so excited about this topic?
Sure. Well, again, Chanina Stanback, and I started off, I would say, helping people about 15 years ago, and it just started from a strategy that I was using for myself. Honestly, I just created a spreadsheet to make sure I was paying my bills on time. But because of my extensive knowledge with Excel, I was able to create a way to forecast. So I was able to see how much savings I would have at a certain date. And of course, when you've got money coming in regularly, you know about how much you're going to bring in every week or every 2 weeks. So I was able to forecast throughout the rest of the year. And I just got a little excited with it, and I took it out and forecasted it over a couple of years. And so I had some friends asking me, how do you keep things together? You always seem to, have some money in your pocket, and things just always seem to be together. And I told them I just use a spreadsheet. And from that, my passion grew, of course, with helping people strategize and making sure that they have their money set up properly for themselves. And we're talking just simple things as far as paying your monthly bills, but also being able to save and save enough to purchase a home, and just making sure you're making smart decisions as far as your credit is concerned, credit cards and things like that. So it started off small. And then over time, I was presented with an opportunity. Someone asked me if I kept my options open when it came to, making money. And I was interested in what they had to say. So I attended an opportunity meeting, and it turned out to be Primerica. And as soon as I finished with the presentation, I was ready to sign up, because the way that the information was presented and the way that Primerica, we are helping families, it hit home. It hit home, and it let me know that the passion that I had and the things that I have been doing and helping people over the years was on track with what they were doing. So I said, well, I can make some money doing this now, because I've been doing this free for all that time. And so now I'm in a position to where I can help others, but also reap some benefits on the other end as well.
Very good. So I am very excited to talk with you about this tonight and setting up these additional seven streams of income because, as you know, things happen.
Yeah.
And there has been a lot of talk going on right now about the increase and the rise of unemployment, and that is supposed to be rising even more in the very near future. And the price of everything keeps going up, and people are just not spending anymore because they're trying to prepare for, like, what do I do? I got to have money to pay my bills just to live. So as a financial expert, What is the main advice you would give to somebody just starting out to set up their stream of income for to prepare for the unexpected?
To prepare, I would say, first of all, you would want to minimize the spending as much as you can. So if you're in
Mhm.
a position where you don't have a lot of extra, then you would want to cut back on spending. So if instead of going out to eat, of course, we want to go to the grocery store and maximize the meals that we can have to ensure that we're able to feed the family throughout the week. If we don't have to go anywhere, let's not drive our car anywhere because we know gas is extremely high. So just
Mhm.
starting to look at how much you're spending on food, on gas, entertainment, even the subscriptions that we have for cable and all of the different things that are out there that we, are paying for every month. Those things add up. So we have to have a budget or a plan in order to see what we're spending, in order to see where we need to cut back. So first of all, you need a budget. If you don't have a budget, you don't know how much you're spending, that is the starting point, because you need to see how much money you bring in versus how much money is going out in order to determine where you need to make the cuts. Once you're able to make the cuts, then we can take a little at a time and start to save that so that it can add up, because you have to start somewhere. A lot of people say, well, I don't have anything to save. I promise, if we look at a budget of what you bring in and what goes out, we can cut something somewhere and find something to save. But that's where the additional streams of income come in as well, Renika. If we're not making enough on
Awesome.
one job, then we might need to get another one, and not necessarily a job. So we'll talk more about that.
Yes, because everybody thinks that's the first thing you want to do is go get another job, but there are so many benefits of not getting another job, like actually getting a business, because of some of the tax savings and things like that. So I totally agree with you on that. But can you tell us, like, with Primerica, are there any other products that you have that help with producing streams of income?
Oh, absolutely. So we have products to assist with emergency savings as well as retirement savings, of course, because we definitely want to have money in the long run. So we have, we're able to set up mutual funds. We can assist with annuities. We can assist with IRAs, Roth IRAs. And then for those who are self employed, there's the SEP IRA, the self employed IRA, which has a different amount of money that you can put in. So people don't realize once you go or become self-employed, there's a different type of retirement plan that you can set up. And you
Mhm.
can actually save a lot more money in that account than you can in a regular IRA. For those that may not know, let's say for a Roth IRA right now, you can save, I believe it's up to 6,500 a year. So we're
Wow.
talking about what, 500 a month, which unfortunately, a lot of people aren't saving that amount. They're not even maxing out the IRA. But once you become self employed, you can save up to 25% of what you're bringing in, or I believe it's 62,000 a year.
Mhm.
So a lot more
Wow.
money you can save in that account
That
versus
is amazing. Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay. That is great. And what do you say about like the mutual funds? You were talking about that earlier. Can you expand a little bit more on those? Because those take a little bit longer to get the value in, and talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. So when it comes to mutual funds, you would want to let your money sit. That's more of a long-term plan. A money market account would be more of a short term. So
Hmm.
if you want to just, put your money in for a little while, let it grow a little bit. It's not going to grow as much as it would in a mutual fund. So I'm not going to throw any numbers out there, but we do have a product that averages about 9% as far as long term. And that would be what you would want to use, one of the tools you could use for retirement. So
Okay.
we have calculators that we use to assist our clients with just, determining what age would you like to stop working. Some people think about that, some people don't. I know for me, I'd like to I'd like to be done around 50, right? So
Oh,
you
I
think
would love that. It's 5 more years for me.
stop working at 50, right?
Yeah.
You need to have at least $1 million saved, because
Hmm.
we're thinking about no more income coming in. So you need money that's going to last you for the long run. And that's, unfortunately, for some parents and grandparents, they didn't have that type of plan. So they may have retired, but then they ended up having to go back to work. And it's only because they didn't have enough money saved. So my goal is to sit down with as many people as I can to help them create a financial plan that's going to last for the long run.
Okay.
Mhm.
Now, what about the people who are tight with their budget right now? They're very tight. They can't even think about trying to give you $500 or even $100 to start something like that.
Right.
Um, how can they get in? Like, what kind of options do you have for somebody that's really tight on money and
Great.
funds right now?
We do have a product that you can actually start your mutual fund with $25 a month
Okay.
because Primerica, this is what we do. We're assisting the middle class. So
Okay.
for those who have, a whole lot of money to save, most likely, we would love for them to come to us, but our demographic, I would say, is more of the middle class. And so $25 to start a mutual fund, that would be something that could be affordable, should be affordable for a lot of families. I mean, $25 a month. Let's see, what can we do with $25? Maybe that's one meal that we cut back on, or
Hmm.
maybe that's maybe I'm trying to think.
Netflix. It's a Netflix. You can
There we
cut
go.
that back. You can
Maybe
find everything you need to see on YouTube or other ways. There's plenty of ways to watch TV, right?
we have to make some sacrifices though, because of course we want to live for now, but we also want to save for later. So you have to start somewhere, as I mentioned earlier. So the product allows you to start with $25. But if you're in a position where it's so tight you cannot save, this is where you may want to think about an additional stream of income.
Okay. And we'll get to that in just a moment. So excited. Just have one more question about your products. So, the withdrawals for emergency situations. Can you talk a little bit about how that works with one of your products that you offer, and what's the requirements for that?
Well, as far as emergencies, when it comes to the money market and annuities, those are the type of accounts that you would want, you would be able to pull from. You can pull from any of them. It's just that we suggest that you keep it for a longer term in order for the money to actually grow. Now,
Okay.
emergency, we suggest that you keep that, in the bank. If we're talking about money you need to get to right now, but we don't want to put a lot of money at the bank because the interest rate on that account is not going to be anywhere near what it would be on a savings account with an investment firm. So
Okay.
keep that in mind. But emergency savings, honestly, I would suggest to have a minimum of 3,000 at the bank.
Okay.
That's just emergency
And
need to get to right now in case something, happened. But as far as the other accounts, we can set you up to where you can still withdraw money. But again, those are the type of accounts you would want your money to sit and grow.
okay. And is it still recommended that you save up to 6 months of your income, just for emergency situations and things like that as well?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. That's why I say a minimum of 3,000. When I speak with a lot of families and they don't have any savings at all, that's when we start talking about where we can cut back or adding an additional stream of income.
So the $3,000 would be in the bank, not being, put out there, but then anything above that, you would recommend opening up some type of account to invest the money in and help it to continue to grow. Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Very good. Well, I want to switch gears for a moment and talk about side gigs and ways that we can bring in additional income.
Yeah.
So, finding a side gig is so important because it really does help supplement your income, especially when some of us are trying to save up for retirement, and I am super saving up for my retirement. So I have like 10% of my money like going into my 401k, so I'm like super, like I'm feeling like my income, is tight, paycheck to paycheck. So
Right.
having a side gig has really helped me out. And I want to stop for a moment and put a plug in for the side gig that I have in case anybody might be interested in joining me on this wonderful side gig. So I'm a coach. I'm a health coach with Optavia, and I help people lose weight. There's always somebody out there looking to lose weight, and the compensation plan that we offer through Optavia really helps people to be able to make some additional income. I have seen people make $500 a month up to $2,000 a month. Results may vary. Let me make sure I put that disclaimer in there. Your results may vary, but personally for me, I have been able to see that with no problems. And it has been a nice income to help me with things that I was not prepared to pay for, or just to go on a little trip here and there. It has been such an amazing opportunity to have this stream of income. So I want to say for anybody who's looking for anything like that, if you know people who need to lose weight, you can you can help one person and you'll still make money per month on this program. So this is where you want to go. You want to find a side gig. So I offer health coaching. Shanina, could you tell us a little bit more about what you offer through Primerica?
Absolutely. So there's a few different ways you can make money with Primerica. So once you join, of course, we would want you to become life licensed, which means you'll be able to offer our life insurance products to families to help them protect their income. Nowadays, GoFundMe has become very popular in helping people pay for burial expenses, but GoFundMe is not life insurance. It's just,
Right.
it isn't. And unfortunately, if you do not have a proper plan set up for your loved one when they pass, you're scrambling. And GoFundMe has been a way to help a lot of people who did not have a plan, make it happen. So, not knocking it at all. It's just that I want to educate people on the importance of having life insurance and making sure you have your own independent policy outside of your job. Okay. A lot of people they say I'm covered. I'm good because I have life insurance through my job. Absolutely. But that is the job's policy. When you leave the job, it does not go with you. If you're on a leave, medical leave, or you're not an active employee, most employers do not pay out if you're not an active employee. And people have to find out the hard way when their loved one is sick. They've been out of work on, disability or FMLA, whatever the case is, and they pass away and they find out that the company's not going to pay out. So that happens to a lot of families that haven't properly prepared with an independent policy. So we're life licensed and we make sure our families are properly covered with the right amount of protection. We're thinking about an entire income that's leaving the family.
Hmm.
If we have children, if we have mortgage, if we have bills, that is going to still have to be paid. Bills still have to be paid every month once our loved one is gone. And most of the time, the insurance that you have through your job may be around the amount of your salary or a little bit more. It's not enough to last a couple of years. Or if you have young children, it's not enough to last them throughout, until they're an adult. So again, we look at the finances of the family and we determine how much income protection would help if that one, if something were to happen to that individual.
So, speaking of streams of income through insurance,
Mhm.
a lot of people don't know that when you think about insurance, a lot of people think automatically it's a death plan. So, this is for my beneficiary after I die.
Mhm.
Well, that is not necessarily the case, right? Don't you have like products that you can put money into the value? It puts it in the stock market and you can actually borrow against those funds or withdraw from those funds. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yes, so that would be the mutual fund plan. Basically, it's a savings plan that would run concurrent along with your insurance plan. So we sell term insurance. We protect all of our families with the term insurance, which is going to last a term. So again, we determine the financial plan and how much is going to be needed to properly cover an individual and how long we need that coverage for. We have plans that go up to 35 years. When I'm speaking with a family, we are talking about retirement age. So we want to make sure the policy at least gets them to retirement. When you're in retirement, you shouldn't have young children and a whole lot of debt, home mortgage, things of that sort once you're 65, let's say, right? So we ensure that the plan is going to make sense for your lifestyle, basically. How much do you need? How many children do you have? If you don't have children, you may not need as much coverage. But if you have a family and you have a mortgage and a lot of bills, we want to make sure if something happens to you, your family does not have to suffer. So the life insurance products are customized based upon the need of the family. But that is just one way that you're able to make money off, with Primerica, I would say.
Okay. That was awesome. I think this has been such a great conversation. I want to take this over to our participants who are watching us live right now and see if anybody has any questions for Shanina or myself on some ideas or things that you're thinking about as far as generating some additional income, or would anybody like to share something that they are doing that's bringing in additional income? And while you think about getting your questions together and putting your comments up here so that we can address those, I do want to share that. Um, these ideas that we're talking about with generating streams of income. I mentioned one earlier about writing an ebook or you know doing an e-course. And Shanina and I were talking about this a little bit last night because Shanina has an amazing budgeting spreadsheet that I have used personally. I thought it was just fabulous. It has really helped me to focus on saving up and budgeting correctly and using my money correctly. And I think, Shanina, now you're going to be turning that into a stream of income too, right? You want to
Absolutely.
share how you're thinking about doing that?
Yes, as I mentioned, I created the spreadsheet years ago, and of course, I've enhanced it over the years. But so many people have asked me to continue sending them this spreadsheet. So I'm like, well, maybe it's working for everybody. I mean, I know it worked for me, but I love the fact that people keep coming back asking for more. Can you give me another year or give me another 2 years on the spreadsheet? So I've decided to turn this into an ebook to make it available to the masses. And again, it's something to help you track all of your expenses, but also forecast. That's the big deal. You can see how much you spend every month, but if you don't know how much money you're going to have in December, how can you plan Christmas? If you don't know how much money you're going to have next year, how can you plan a family vacation? So this is a way of keeping track of your expenses daily, but also being able to see kind of, a little bit into the future.
Very good. I wanted to show this one here. This is Enoch. He's one of our coaches through Optavia. He says he loves this. So thank you, Enoch, for acknowledging and letting us know that this has been a very good broadcast for you. And while we wait for any other comments or anything else, any questions that you may have, there was a question that was pre-submitted, and let me see if I can pull that question up real quick. That question is, do you have any apps that you would recommend for anybody that's looking to do some beginner investing? Because we talked about investing in the stock market. So, do you have any um, apps that you feel like are really good to invest in?
Yes. So the starter apps that I used when I first got into just trading, I didn't know what to buy, and so it gives you an opportunity to kind of just see what areas are the hot areas, I would say, but it also invests the money for you. So it kind of does it for you. So that would be Robinhood. I've got Capital with a Q. I don't know if you've
Hmm.
heard of Capital. It's
Okay.
QPITAL. So Capital, Robinhood, Stash is also another good one. And then, of
Okay.
course, the big wig, TD Ameritrade, use that app as well. So they allow you to just, you can actually put money in
Okay.
every so often. But I really like Stash. Stash allows you to round up your change, and then it stashes it for you. So, and it invests
Very
it for
good.
you. So, again, some of the apps that do it for you for the beginners, those are some that I would suggest.
Awesome. We have a comment from Miss Nicole Ship saying that she needs to order that, Shanina.
All right.
You're going to be ordering that, Nicole? We would love to have that. Thank you for your comment. We have another comment here from Lanika England Moorhead. Great information and valuable nuggets. We are so appreciative of that comment, Lanika. And so excited that you are enjoying these comments tonight, or the nuggets that we are providing. So that's great. I want to remind you that I did put in the comments Shanina's stash invitation if you're interested in clicking on that and setting you up a stash account. I will also be adding one of my favorites, which is the Acorns app. It also allows you to save some money each, you know, by putting your credit card information on there. And every credit card transaction you take, the system will take the change and round it up to the nearest dollar and use it and put it into the stock market for you. I just think that is super, super awesome. So, thank you for sharing that. And we have another comment here from Miss Shauna. Hi, Shauna. She says, awesome job, ladies. Love your passion around financial literacy and importance of budgeting and planning for the future. I totally agree. Shauna, I think you are one of those ones that have used Shanina's uh, spreadsheet before, right? Is that right, Shanina?
I
It's
believe so.
one.
I believe she
Okay.
I know I definitely sent it to a lot, a lot of people in the call center where we used to work. So yes, a lot of people have been able to benefit from that.
Awesome. We have another comment here from one of my other good people here, Miss Amy Chance. Good ideas. I hope these ideas are wonderful and that you will be able to use them. We thank you so much for that. We have some love, some more stuff from Shauna all the time. So you did use it, Shauna. All right. So you can attest, you can give it a thumbs up. So when Shanita puts that out there, it's going to be a hot sale item. She's going to make all this money on it, and you'll be one of her review people that says, "This was awesome." We need that from you, Shauna. Don't forget.
Yep.
All right. And then Miss L'Oreal is showing us some love. Thank you, L'Oreal, for being here tonight. Any other questions or comments? You all have been an amazing, amazing, wonderful group of people tonight. Any other ideas or anything anybody wants to share? Shauna said for sure. She got your back. She's going to give you some good comments.
Awesome. Awesome.
Awesome. Well, this has been an amazing, wonderful conversation tonight on generating streams of income. You all have been great participants. I'm so excited that you enjoyed these ideas and the things that we have shared with you as far as bringing in some additional income. And let's see, we got one more here. Appreciate you guys. Renika, you're always so helpful. Thank you, Athens. So I want to open it up and oh, there's my cousin Mika. Hi, Mika. Thank you so much for joining. Thanks for showing the love. All right. So Shanina, do you have any final thoughts? Anything else that you want to share while we still are getting some wonderful comments here? Thank you for joining us, Tamaria. Thank you so much. Any last comments, Shanina?
Sure. So in addition to, as I mentioned earlier, becoming licensed to sell life insurance and protect families, another awesome opportunity that we offer with Primerica is an opportunity to become financially independent. And that is through building your own business. It's kind of like, Renika, let's say your uncle, he was rich, owned a McDonald's, right? And he said,
Okay.
Renika, I'm going to leave you a McDonald's. And all I need you to do is put the people in it and run the business. You don't have to figure
Okay.
out anything else because we know McDonald's already has everything lined up for you, right?
Right.
All you have to do is put the people in. What are you going to say?
Give it to me. I will find the people.
Give it to me.
We're putting, I will find the people to put in there. Give it to me. I'll take it. Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So Primerica is set up that way. For
Okay.
those people who are thinking, I've always wanted to own my own business, but I don't know what to do. Or maybe you've been fearful or didn't have resources to start a business. You don't know what you want to do. You have a passion, but you're just not sure. Primerica is already set up for you to just come on in and bring the people.
Okay.
We recruit people to build businesses, and it has provided an unlimited income opportunity for thousands of people. So
Right.
keep it in mind also, you don't necessarily have to do just the direct sales with life insurance. Build a team,
Okay.
build a business. Every company out there has to recruit, right?
That's right.
In
That's
order
right.
to remain, a viable business, you have to have the people. So you have to recruit. Now, I don't know about you, but I went to school, college, and they taught us how to create resumes. They taught us how to interview. They basically taught us how to be recruited.
Mm-hmm.
This is an opportunity to learn how to recruit. You're
Okay.
switching hats, right? You're going from an employee to a business owner. And that mindset is a really big deal. The mindset change has to happen in order for you to understand the importance of having people, recruiting people.
Okay.
So that's another opportunity that we have with the business. And I've taken advantage of that. Since I came in, I started part-time. I came in to learn how to sell life insurance. And then I eventually learned it's not just about that. You can actually have your own business, build a team, and be successful and make a lot of money. So just
That
wanted to
is
throw that out there as
awesome.
well.
So if they want to learn how to do that, they just get in touch with you. What's the contact information? And while we do that, I want to shout out my beautiful sister, Lisa. Thank you, girl. But yeah, tell us how we get involved there.
You also say to make it simple, you can inbox me on Facebook and we can go from there. Inbox me your contact number and I will reach out, set up an appointment, and we'll get the party started that way. Just a simple
Okay.
conversation, all it takes.
And speaking of mindset, I know we've thrown a lot of good ideas out there to you all tonight. And Shanina just talked about the importance of starting a business. And then we talked about businesses in general being your asset, that you can start a business and sell it. There are people making lots of money doing that too. If you have an idea, if you have a passion in your heart, and you know that there's something that's missing in this world today, and you can help bring it to the world, figure it out, make a prototype, get with the experts, find somebody to help you produce this. Because if you make a prototype and you sell it to somebody, that is a stream of income that could possibly set you up for the rest of your life. So be thinking about that too. Shanina just mentioned about mindset. It's all about what you think about what you're bringing to the world, your passion, what you want to do. You can do it. We have so many different people out here listening tonight. And if we are inspiring you in any way, I hope that you will take this information and use your ideas. Get in touch with either one of us. If you're interested in just learning just the basic foundations of working a business, you can become a health coach. We'll help you learn how to set up your business that way. You can become a financial coach. You will learn. You're going to have all the tools. Shanina and I are both one of those people that we love working for people, working with people, and taking them by the hands. Right, Shanina? We always take people by the hands and make sure they know exactly what they're doing. So we won't let you fail. The only way you're going to fail is if you do it. You don't do the work. So yeah, thank you all so very much for joining this broadcast tonight. And I'm supposed to have this every Wednesday, but next Wednesday, I will not be able to host my broadcast, but I will be back the following Wednesday, and we're going to be talking about relationship healths. So, like, just like everything I've been doing this month has been about health. Like, so at the beginning, I talked about regular health and setting your goals for the year and having your healthy mentality so you can reach your goals. Tonight, I talked about financial health with Shanina. And then in a couple weeks, we're going to be talking about relationship health and how you can have that too. And I just want to shout out one more person. Thank you, Nicole, very much. And then we have another Nicole here. Awesome job. Thank you very much. We really do appreciate you all joining us tonight, and come back again in a couple weeks. Thank you, Shanina. You have been awesome. Thank you
Thank
so
you
very
for having
much.
me. I love this. Thank you so much. I'm very proud of you. I love the platform that you've created, and I'm super excited about where you're taking this. So I would love to come
Awesome.
back and talk about something else. I don't know. We'll figure it out, but
Okay, you're always welcome to come back. You are always welcome. And Lanika said, "This is holistic healing." Oh, awesome! Yes, that's what we want. We want people to walk around this world feeling good, healthy, financially free, and all those things. You gotta be feeling good. And here's my girl Dawn. Awesome, Dawn. You are awesome, and I love you. All right, everybody, have a great night. Thank y'all so much for joining. Bye.